This entire country has no idea what gender roles are. That's why everybody thinks that, oh, well, 1 second I'm this, and the next second I'm pansexual, and the third second I'm metrosexual, fourth second, you can't keep flipping the switch on that, I mean, how are you going to be gay for a quarter of your life and then decide to be hetero for a quarter of your life and then decide to be bi? That's not how that works. The gender roles is... The scales are tilted because women have no respect. They don't respect themselves. They depend on men for everything. The fact that women are on Instagram and complaining that they feel insecure, it goes to show that women, they don't even, when they say spill the tea, women set men up. Everywhere you look at the Blade Runner, look at Bill Clinton, look at Kobe Bryant, look at constantly, even I know it happened to you when a woman, I don't know if you've all seen that Undisputed show on Netflix, where Galante, the gang in New York who run the trash business, fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, he went to jail and he said, you can never trust your friends. All your friends are rats. The people that come to claim to have your back are the people you least expect. What a predicament, because everybody says that. They say 70% of the money you lend your friends you never get back. So when you unfollow somebody, like this guy Batchman on Twitter just tweeted how he wears his pants inside out and his pockets are broken, and he has 138 retweets. And I told him straight up, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You're exactly what's wrong with this fucking world, tweeting about broken... What's up, fam? Fab fam. Just checking in. This is my 5th event with this company, and five events in 2 months. So averaging like 1 concert every other week. At EDC, everyone had their thongs out. Here it feels as if no one's wearing a brassiere, as they used to say, or corsage, training bra, or everyone's wearing Spanx. Fucking hell of a rack out here, racking my brain with these flotation devices. Stay tuned for more poetic epithets if you're so willing and down with the syndrome. I'm all about talking in rhyme. The 7-year itch. The 7-year scratch is what Marilyn Monroe or Norma Jean calls the Elton John Norma Jean, not the Marilyn Manson Norma Jean. The 7-year itch is when all your nappy cousins and distant relatives and extended family relatives post semi-nudes, which means that they're not half naked, but they're just, covering up the areolas, their pepperoni nipples, with a bikini / lingerie / underwear, because they all in the same category, because God forbids if you ever try to point a finger at a woman, it blows up in your face. But a 7-year itch is when your cousins and your family... My brain's like a Kit Kat that you break in half. I'm not going to pretend like I could freestyle, because I absolutely cannot. I fold under pressure like dirty laundry. I was watching Final Destination, and this guy, one of the playboys, got sucked into a swimming pool drain by his butthole. Definitely one of the more fantastic deaths in a film since the golden era. Another story is this customer tried stealing a sweater. I mean, he did steal a sweater. Me and this guard behind me were guarding the door, and we shut the door and from the inside, and he was slamming it. Let me out, let me out, let me out. And we're not allowed to restrain anybody, so we just said, just push it in, push it in. Like they said in Training Day, get your shit pushed in. Hey, the cool thing about an era about army time is that I'm very used to the crescent moon, so although it's 3:13 right now, You know, 13 is my jersey. That's my uniform number, and that's the number I play off. I just bought a charger, a micro, and it was the wrong size. So, just karma for me. I did see my partner, he has a Chinese tattoo. I asked him what the tattoo meant, and he said, honor, loyalty, and grace. And I said, well, that all means the same. Chinese tattoos are weird. I did see a woman with a lightning bolt on her middle finger. I thought that was very creative. A middle finger lightning bolt. I gotta get one of those tats. Californians are pretty creative with their tattoos. That's how my grandfather always poses. You ever see him in pictures? He barely touches his chin. Anyway, reporting to you live from WGCN. You know, the life of a guard, you're basically take all the flack from a police officer, because they never walk. You know, cops are always in their fucking patrol unit in the safe behind their little road cage. And I'm literally the essential frontline worker. If anyone's gonna take a bullet, I don't have a vest. I am gonna get one from Santa this year. But basically, the life of a peace officer, I am signing up. I have a test to be a correctional officer soon, so I am working my way up. I'm not a deadbeat. But basically, you're always on call. So you're always on the brink of sleep. And then right there when you're on the cusp, in the last 28 months, my experience is, nope, you gotta get up. Wasabi! Wasabi.com, you basic motherfuckers. Look under your chair, there's a bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. La Bamba, look at that, I got a gray hair under my eye. I'm getting a $5 wash. I'm gonna go house sit. I just left Amazon double shift. And I'm at a gas station that ran out of gas. So I'm gonna go home, do my medical insurance billing, dog sit. My girlfriend, my ex, wants to hang out. I told her no. And that's about it. That's my day of rest. The 7th day, the day of rest. I will be unwinding and catching up on my Z's. Hey guys, I've been hearing a lot about Tesla, how he was so intuitive and ingenious, the same way as Edison, and how Edison failed 999 times, but the 1000th he created the electric current, and Alexander Graham Bell in 1836 created the telephone. But what you don't know is that Charles Dickens, 13 years before that, in 1823, coined the phrase, he's got your number, or I've got your number. 13 years before the telephone was even invented. Okay, Charles Dickens was going around in Great Expectations and in the Christmas Carol in the House of Gladys saying, I've got your number. How seriously ahead of your time, ahead of the curve, precocious, capricious. A couple of firsts that's going on. I'm watching Looper, where they actually regenerate only one face. For some reason, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, every actor is human, and then they actually reanimate, which is strange. Another strange thing is I was kicked off the post today because I didn't have a gun. They asked me to drive a go-kart around the establishment, and I've never done that before. And then yesterday I escorted a father who had accumulated cash from raffle tickets. So that was a first. I'm supposed to be at Dick's Last Resort right now, and a 13-hour shift yesterday at 11. If you have 2 apples and I take away 1 apple, how many apples do you have remaining? A go fuck yourself amount of apples. How about that for an answer? My boss, before I worked for this blue company, I was working for not a dark blue company, and I told him, instead of fuck yourself, I said fuck off. And yeah, that was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back there. I should have, in retrospect, said fuck off instead of go fuck yourself. Might have saved myself some gainful employment. But I'm working 18 and a half hours today. I lost my badge. I don't know where the hell it is. For some reason, Snapchat's too goddamn short when I need it to be long, and too goddamn long when I need it to be short. But what I was trying to say is, fuck Kevin Hart! He's filling out Madison Square Garden, 60,000 people, dropping F-bombs, talking about dropping houses on his gay son, and Shaquille O'Neal doesn't know how to fall, and just talking smack about raccoons and whatever. Saying, what do you mean, my people? And then he has the actual gallbladder to actually go on live talk shows, nationally televised, and say he doesn't have time to be negative. Bro, that is the most hypocritical and sinful fucking lie. Bold-faced, two-faced lie. And I don't know how you look in the mirror, bro. Yeah, my neighbor drives a car with the wheel on the right side of his car. So times change, people don't. You know who said that? QAnon. That's kind of not an inside joke, just kind of a pocket pool joke. You know, where shock humor overvalues toilet humor. But if you come to LA, a lot of people will complain. You know, the first time I had a cup of coffee in LA, somebody said, why the hell would you move out here in the greater Los Angeles area where there's one county? Technically, Riverside County stretches all the way from Palm Springs to fucking San Clemente, all the way to the beach, from borderline, state line to borderline. So this whole fucking state is a goddamn shaped in the bootleg. They say Florida is a bootleg state. I don't think so. But LA is a shit city. The first time I had a cup of coffee, they said, why the hell would you move? You don't speak Spanish. And so 90% of this state is run, obviously, by the Spanish. All right. Goodbye. Good day. Have a nice night. It's all of the above when there's no sky. It's just a skylight. Hey, sometimes you run, sometimes you fight, but you never could flee from the fright. Give me a night light, 'cause I'm Batman. Another day in the life. Let me hear you say, oh yeah. Oh fucking yeah. Okay. Bozo is here, as my superior calls me. But I don't play any bozo buckets. But I do love fucking trash. My ex-girlfriend used to say that about me. Why are you so addicted to trash? And I said, that's why I'm dating you, bitch. 'Cause I'm addicted to trash. Man at Work, Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen. The fucking True Blood, baby. Come on. Where you guys been? That's what I was just saying, man. When you're born in the 80s, you remember how it is to leave your house without your phone. You know, that's a nice thing. Maybe you're not me, because I was in the same era as the Palm Pilot, which kind of was a predecessor to this downloading yourself on internet and then complaining about it because you had no serotonin, because the debt ceiling is actually very apropos to your serotonin levels trying to match your dopamine levels, because dopamine is your pain receptors, like a live wire, right? Your serotonin is molded out of cookie dough, strutting my stuff. Everyone's eyeballing me, but I just want to let you know, gonna be guarding the Escape concert, festival, rave, VIP. So if my boss sees this, know that I'm doing my job. Cause I'm molding out a cookie dough, strutting my stuff. What's up, everybody? What's up, you dirty little hoes? Ho! How funny to live in a society where the browner you are, the more black you are. It's almost as if the pinker you are, the more red you are. We have no ocular integrity. You know, we mismatch blue for cops when the entire sky is blue. And there's a quote that says artificial light is the best sanitizer. You know, in prison, every 110 inmates, there's one guard. And allegedly, officers are now more or less on the same level as us, because I'm a guard, as you can see. I happen to lock myself out of my house and my car today. I'm supposed to be working at Dick's Sporting Goods in San Diego County in Carlsbad near Oceanside. The nice thing about 38, I was born in 83, yeah, it's a palindrome. Sorry, I forgot to wear my badge today. I was kind of in a rush to get out. My neighbor wants to be a mechanic, and the problem with that is that he has a driveway with 7 cars in it. So unless I could be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Twins and bench press his fucking car, I gotta just sit at home. And so I wrote a 0-star review, and I absolutely feel terrible about myself, about how good with words I am. Like Shakespeare said, be careful how you wag your tongue, because it might cut your head off. But as I was saying, damn, man, I always do that shit. All these brain farts. Fuck. I just read on the news notifications that scientists are going to create a magnetic field around Mars so it's inhabitable, which is the same as poking a dot on a pencil and trying to draw a circle around it. I mean, inside of it. You can't. Mars is a planet, and no matter how many scientists would try to create a magnetic field around a planet, it's not doable. It's kind of the same as another analogy would be trying to make someone famous that deserves it and that doesn't have an edge. You know, because if you look at the last 20 years since the point of no return with what's that Bridget Fonda, it's all her fault. She was the first 100-pound woman to do after Demi Moore had all those G.I. Jane. When one person doesn't do their job, and they're of the proclamation where the declaration of chop wood first and carry water later goes into effect, such as the thin blue line where there fits correctional officers, deputies, sheriffs, generals, police officers working the beat, not security guards, because there's certain people that are blue collar that are paid for through taxes. Cops are hated because we pay their salary and they're not doing public service. People think as a guard, I'm one of those, but I started at $13 an hour. Maybe I'm being humble. Maybe it's $13.50. But my point is, everybody gets affected, which is the reason why. Yeah, so everybody is on the wrong time clock because the Mayans used to follow the moon. You know, every time the moon passes the orbit, that's a day. And then King Arthur fucked it all up. The United Kingdom fucked it all up. Now we follow every time the sun orbits around the Earth. We follow the sun. We used to follow the moon. We used to be. That's why I love being an Arab, because in my country, you go over there, it's 12 hours exactly ahead. So anytime it's 8 a.m., it's 8 p.m. So I'm always chill. You know, that's why I'm good with the graveyard. That's why I consider working the grave shift similar to Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon when he killed that Black Knight. Or Peter Pan defeating a shadow, which he probably never did because Rob Williams is a fucking pussy. But, and that's the only reason why I cried when he died, because I was fucking disappointed in him. But if you go to the United Kingdom, they actually have pockets in Britain where if you speak English, they will attack you. We don't do that here. My neighbor actually. Hello, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for who has not been retweeting me and subscribing and liking and hearting. Because of you, I am who I am. I'm basically Donald Trump in someone else's skin. I would never say no to an opportunity. You know? Donald Trump is like Bane if he fell in the pit of doom and never got out. That's how I tend to think of it. But, yeah, I'm working 99 hours a week, believe it or not. I'm guarding a salon right now. And, man, I had something really important to say. I can't remember what it was. And I'm really, really sorry. Oh, yeah. There's a survival guide that said 10 ways the earth is going to end. And not one of the 10 said anything about a super strain. There was this homeless lady that sat next to me after about a 13-hour shift and had a cigarette hole put into her jacket, stole a shopping cart, and some rich person in a Jeep Wrangler bought her a sleeping bag, a coat, a $20 bill, and a Grand Slam at IHOP. I have been doing this job, standing sentinel as a security guard, setting up perimeters, establishing my jurisdiction in over 77 cities for 28 months. No one has ever bought me IHOP. I've gotten a churro once. My friend who's a Marine told me to join the Marines, but the age limit is at 40. And he said, well, you're never going to have to smoke weed again. And I said, well, the opposite will be worse. Imagine if you were sober and you didn't have a choice to smoke weed. Hello, sir. Are you paying cash? You need a beer? Okay, I'll get the teller.
Alright, thank you.
Cashier to the front, please. Cashier to the front. As I was saying, I didn't cut my hair today properly. My boss of a hoss, or hoss of a boss, told me I'm not allowed to stay in my patrol unit, which is that car right there. Although I was fired from my last job from not working for my patrol unit. And when I talked to the government unemployment office, they said, well, you were fired for not patrolling from a unit. And I said, well, I don't have a fucking patrol unit, you cunt. It was a guy, you know, a guy could be a cunt too. But yeah, man, that's me in a nutshell. Have a good weekend. Woohoo! Party! Just watched Licorice Pizza. It's a weird name for the new Bradley Cooper movie. I study film students because I'm a film student. Attended several colleges. That's the title of one of my books. It's called My Sixth University, which was about my sixth university. But just drinking some caramel coffee, working at a mattress warehouse, providing security, and watching Real Wives of Atlanta, where the girls aren't even black. They act like they are, but their skin is not. They're not even caramel or coffee or cream colored. They act like they're black only. I don't understand that mentality when women, they just want, black women just want to date a white man. Everybody knows that. About it again, I definitely should be illegal to snap while I'm driving. I just wanted to say that I'm very happily situated in Corona. For all y'all that don't know, I've lived here for 2.5 months. Yesterday was my puppy's birthday. They're 3, which is 18 in dog years. I've also got this car on Halloween. It's orange. It looks like a jack-o'-lantern, kind of like my face. But I just wanted to mention I'm happily situated because I work for Samoans. They don't pay anything, really, but I love being in their company, so that's worth more than money. Actually, I take that back because they did do an all-inclusive trip and buy me a Nevada Guard card. So I spoke too soon. As is my, that's what Ramsey does. That's just kind of my signature trademark. But I also work at a warehouse, Tilly's, biggest bunch of pooches are making weird faces because she wants his treats. I think he might be choking, though. Are you okay? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, come here. Come here, let me help you. Oh, you got it? You gotta be careful, buddy. You gotta be careful. You almost choked. And this one, she wants my pink lemonade. This little Lucy and Ricardo. Where's Ricardo at, Lucy? Where is he? Where's Ricardo? And this one. You almost swallowed the whole treat. You almost swallowed the whole treat. Okay, share with your sister. Uh-oh. Women. You can't live with them. You can't live without them. They would be better left in the desert, buried up to their shoulders in sand. Why the fuck are people saying, I don't have time to be angry? Who said that? You know how much time it takes to be angry? It takes a lot of time to think about somebody that you hate. Shut the fuck up, dude. You make $100 million for talking about what you did last night. Of course, people that work 9 to 5 are gonna be a little on edge. And then Kevin Hart goes on David Letterman's like, oh, I always try to be positive. Do you know how much energy it takes to be negative? It takes too much time to be negative. I'm never angry. I'm always positive. Kevin Hart does comedy skits swearing, rated R cussing, trying with all these actors pretending to be professional filmmakers and photographers pretending to be pros. It's no wonder that there's not a single human being in this world that's never seen a reality show. I mean, I really do wonder if there's anybody out there who doesn't know what a reality show is, because I feel as if that's the missing piece, or like Ozzy Osbourne said, of all the things I miss the most, it's my mind. But also Eminem said, why would you want to be king if you could be God? Well, because king is more realistic. What if Kaiser Sose was retarded all along? What if someone created a website called Never Repeat a Joke? Even furthermore, what if somebody went to 80 comedy clubs and did 100 different shows, never repeating a single joke? I'm just hypothetical. What if that happened? Say someone, instead of going orthodox, blazed their own trail. What would you say? What would be your reaction? Um, it's like Kevin Hart saying, "I always try to be." Yeah?
Where's Lakefront at?
This is it. This is Lakefront, I think.
Lakefront and 3rd.
Oh, this is 5th. 3rd is yeah, I don't know. Maybe that way.
Where's the owl statue at?
I haven't seen any owls. Have a good Friday. Enjoy your Friday. Have a good Friday. Do y'all remember when Princess Diana, 3 years ago, when she had her origin story and everyone said, "This is the first time we've ever had a superwoman, a female superhero." How about Venom? In Venom, she turns into a girl, a tank girl, a girl, a return, point of no return, Resident Evil. There's so many female superheroes. Almost every single movie since the 90s, since that movie Terms of Endearment or Indecent Proposal, every single superhero has been a female. This is the problem with fault-faced news, is that it precipitates false agendas and it leads you astray down the wrong path until you don't know where you are and you There's a new HBO special called 15 Minutes of Shame, where I guess Andy Warhol said in the future everyone will have 15 minutes of fame. It's kind of a play by Monica Lewinsky, a twist. And she says, well, humility is used to knock powerful figures off their pedestal. That is not true. How has humility ever knocked off a woman off of her pedestal? Why are they pure through and through, see-through, innocent see-through? How isn't it that they're never held accountable when they control 90% of our GDP, which means every dollar that's spent, it's 90% of it's spent by a woman. And then they step back and say, oh, there's a gender gap, and oh, there's not enough female directors, and oh, yeah, because directing's a hard job. Oh, mom is hotter than a set of twins with one boob each. On the real though, why do the Ninja Turtles only eat rectangular pizza? There has to be some kind of an explanation, because I only eat triangle pizza, but Michelangelo has a problem with that, and I want to know what that is. Fuckface. I say that with all due respect. I was just watching a Sean Penn interview with Willie Geist, something like that, where he says some people are wired for fame, like Rob De Niro. And I started to think that Robert De Niro started a movie called 15 Minutes. So maybe Sean Penn should have said we're all wired for 15 minutes of fame. But unfortunately, Monica Lewinsky had 15 Minutes of Shame, a new movie that was just absolute trash. No substance whatsoever, as my dad says. But just saying, I used to work day shift from 12 to 9. Now I'm working morning shift from 1 to 7. And I thought how interesting it is that Good Morning Yo, have you seen this new Eternals? For some reason, they all have different accents. That's not the dumbest fucking part, okay? It's not that it's because of female director. I don't care about that. I'm not sexist. I'm not a masculinist. Masculinist, that sounds really cool, actually. It's about these fucking 5 characters. The bigger your tits are, the grander you are for some reason. That lived for 1,500 years, and they're so sad that they're so powerful, but they have to wait for the Earth to be populated 6 million people, because then the Earth's gonna explode. It's just like, this is so fucking stupid. Just because it's on Disney, I'm not gonna accept this fucking rat's ass kind of a story about we need the Earth to be populated so we could all be one. I mean, look at us. You know, we're in such an imbalance, like a fucking violin chord that won't shut the fuck. Just reporting this fucking asshole right here that just threw a bunch of shit on the floor. What a fucking dog fart, mouth breather. You can see all that shit he just threw on the floor. Now he's acting like he can't hear me. What's the only thing worse than Kevin James? Nothing. He is terrible at acting. He was good in Hitch, but that's only because of Will Smith. And he played that, oh, I'm insecure. He's terrible in Paul Blart. He's terrible in that Donkey Kong movie, if he was even in that movie. He's terrible at TV. The only thing worse than Kevin James is the female race. I was just reading an article that said that Instagram makes women feel bad and feel insecure. And women want men to feel guilty and to empathize with the female race because they don't look like what they post on Instagram. Why is it the man's job to I'll check your mother's box if you know what I mean. The lean green fighting machine. I ain't like Nike, I don't just do it. I do what I can. I go all the way to it, through and through without the GH. Cause you know how I roll with the pH. I ain't got balance, I'm like citric acid. I burn right through you. And I burn rubber like nitrous oxide. You hit that button like Paul Walker. Next thing you know, I'll be reading the VIN off your diesel. What's up, everybody? Wearing Bob Marley's son shirt, Ziggy Marley. When I guarded his event, his concert, he dropped a pick on my shoe. I'll never forget that. This is my lucky shirt. It's 11/11. It's a lucky day, kind of a day. I'm a matchstick man. You probably don't get that movie reference, but I am very expository. This Veterans Day, I proceeded to build the Great Wall behind me, and I got paid today. I got paid a day early because of the holiday. Never really heard of that, but I did get on my boss's nerves just a few minutes ago, so hopefully my day will be just as lucky as my shirt, like finding a 4-leaf clover. I am going to be leaving to Vegas at noon, so keep in touch, stay tuned, and keep in touch, in that order. You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama, hood rat, hoochie mama. You know, you can drink hooch out of my skull if you're Shakespeare, but what is a hoochie? Is that a third world, those third world problems? You ain't nothing but a hoochie papa, hood rat, hoochie papa. Goes both ways. What up? It's your fellow seaman here, working on my reserves. I don't know what that means, but I never served in the armed forces, but I did get a 98, score a 98 on the National Guard. My childhood friend was a Marine, and I wouldn't be one to kill my own people, you know, shoot other Arabs, but I wouldn't mind being a frogman or a green beret. It's probably not saying that right, but yeah, man, I'm just on post. Hope all is well. I'm loving my job. I'm loving my gig. Got 2 more days, and then I'll be back in the SoCal. I got 4 jobs over there, so